Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins stands as the definitive guide to personal transformation and peak performance, offering revolutionary techniques to master your emotions, relationships, and success that can literally reshape your entire life within days of implementation. Tony Robbins begins by establishing the fundamental premise that unlimited power lies within every individual, waiting to be unleashed through the right knowledge and consistent application. The author emphasizes that success is not a matter of luck or circumstances, but rather a science that can be learned and replicated. Robbins introduces the concept that modeling successful people is the fastest way to achieve extraordinary results, as we can compress decades of learning into mere days by studying and replicating the strategies of those who have already achieved what we desire. Point 1. The foundation of unlimited power rests on understanding that all human behavior is driven by the desire to avoid pain and gain pleasure. Robbins explains that our brain constantly evaluates every situation based on these two driving forces, and those who succeed have learned to associate massive pleasure with taking action toward their goals, while linking pain to staying in their comfort zone. The author demonstrates how successful individuals have rewired their nervous systems to automatically move toward success rather than away from failure. This principle becomes the cornerstone for all other transformational work, as it addresses the fundamental programming that drives human behavior at the unconscious level. Point 2. The power of physiology cannot be underestimated in achieving peak performance and emotional mastery. Robbins dedicates significant attention to explaining how our physical posture, breathing patterns, facial expressions, and movement directly influence our emotional state and mental capabilities. The author provides detailed instructions on how to use physiology as a tool for instant state change, demonstrating that by simply altering our physical posture and breathing, we can immediately access more resourceful emotional states. This knowledge empowers individuals to take control of their emotional experience rather than being victims of their circumstances. Robbins emphasizes that physiology is the fastest way to change our state, and mastering this principle allows us to perform at our peak regardless of external conditions. Point 3. The quality of questions we ask ourselves determines the quality of our lives, and Robbins introduces the transformative power of empowering questions. The author explains how our brain is constantly seeking answers to the questions we ask internally. And most people unknowingly ask disempowering questions that lead to frustration and limitation. Robbins provides specific examples of how to replace questions like, "Why does this always happen to me?" with empowering alternatives such as, "How can I use this situation to grow stronger and more capable?" The chapter demonstrates how successful individuals have developed the habit of asking questions that direct their focus toward solutions and opportunities rather than problems and limitations. This mental discipline becomes a powerful tool for maintaining an empowered state and finding creative solutions to any challenge. Point 4. Understanding and utilizing the different representational systems becomes crucial for effective communication and personal influence. Robbins explains how people process information through visual, auditory, and kinesthetic channels, and those who can identify and match these preferences can communicate with unprecedented effectiveness. The author provides detailed strategies for recognizing which representational system someone prefers based on their language patterns, eye movements, and behavioral cues. This knowledge becomes invaluable for building rapport, influencing others ethically, and creating deeper connections in both personal and professional relationships. Robbins demonstrates how mastering this skill can dramatically improve one's ability to teach, sell, lead, and inspire others. Point 5. The concept of modeling excellence forms the heart of rapid personal transformation, where Robbins reveals how to decode and replicate the strategies of successful individuals. The author explains that every result in life is produced by a specific sequence of actions, and by identifying and modeling these sequences, anyone can produce similar results. Robbins breaks down the modeling process into systematic steps, showing how to identify what successful people believe, how they use their physiology, what questions they ask, and what specific actions they take. This approach eliminates the need for years of trial and error, allowing individuals to compress decades of learning into months or even weeks. The author emphasizes that modeling is not mere imitation, but rather understanding the underlying structure of excellence. Point 6. Anchoring techniques provide a powerful method for conditioning desired emotional states and accessing peak performance on demand. Robbins explains how our nervous system naturally creates associations between external stimuli and internal states, and we can consciously use this process to our advantage. The author provides step-by-step instructions for creating positive anchors that can instantly access states of confidence, motivation, creativity, or any other desired emotional resource. These techniques become particularly valuable for public speaking, athletic performance, creative endeavors, or any situation requiring peak performance. Robbins demonstrates how professional athletes, entertainers, and business leaders use anchoring to consistently perform at their best when it matters most. Point 7. The power of belief systems shapes every aspect of our experience. And Robbins dedicates extensive attention to identifying and transforming limiting beliefs. The author explains how beliefs act as filters that determine what we see as possible or impossible. And changing these beliefs can instantly open up new possibilities and opportunities. Robbins provides practical techniques for identifying limiting beliefs, understanding their origins, and systematically replacing them with empowering alternatives. The chapter includes powerful exercises for installing beliefs of certainty, capability, and deserving that support rather than sabotage success. The author emphasizes that beliefs are simply thoughts we have convinced ourselves are true, and with the right techniques, any belief can be changed. Point 8. Effective goal setting transcends mere wishful thinking and involves creating compelling futures that pull us forward with irresistible force. Robbins outlines a comprehensive system for setting and achieving goals that goes far beyond traditional approaches. The author explains how to create goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound, while also ensuring they align with our deepest values and desires. Robbins introduces techniques for making goals so compelling and real in our minds that achieving them becomes inevitable. The chapter includes strategies for overcoming obstacles, maintaining motivation during challenging periods, and celebrating progress along the way. Point 9. Mastering the art of relationships becomes essential for creating fulfillment and success in every area of life. Robbins explains how all success ultimately involves working with and through other people, making relationship skills crucial for achievement. The author provides detailed strategies for building rapport, understanding others' needs and motivations, and creating win-win scenarios in all interactions. Robbins covers the importance of giving value first, maintaining integrity, and developing the ability to see situations from multiple perspectives. The chapter includes techniques for resolving conflicts, deepening intimacy, and inspiring others to support our vision and goals. Point 10. Time management evolves into life management when we understand how to focus our energy on activities that produce the greatest results. Robbins explains the difference between being busy and being productive, showing how successful individuals focus on results rather than activities. The author introduces the concept of focusing on the 20% of activities that produce 80% of results, and provides systems for identifying and prioritizing these high-impact actions. Robbins demonstrates how to eliminate time wasters, delegate effectively, and create systems that support rather than drain our energy. The chapter emphasizes that we cannot manage time, but we can manage ourselves and our choices about how to invest our limited time and energy. Point 11. Financial mastery requires understanding the psychology of money and developing empowering beliefs about wealth creation. Robbins addresses the mental and emotional barriers that prevent most people from achieving financial independence, including limiting beliefs about money, success, and deserving. The author provides strategies for developing a wealthy mindset, understanding the principles of investment and compound growth, and creating multiple streams of income. Robbins emphasizes that financial success is not just about making money, but about developing the skills and mindset that make wealth inevitable. The chapter includes practical advice for budgeting, investing, and building long-term financial security. Point 12. Health and vitality form the foundation for all other achievements. And Robbins dedicates significant attention to optimizing physical and mental well-being. The author explains how energy levels directly impact our ability to think clearly, maintain emotional stability, and take consistent action toward our goals. Robbins provides guidelines for nutrition, exercise, rest, and stress management that support peak performance rather than merely preventing disease. The chapter emphasizes that health is not the absence of illness, but rather the presence of vitality, strength, and resilience. The author demonstrates how small changes in daily habits can produce dramatic improvements in energy levels and overall quality of life. Point 13. Leadership skills become essential for anyone who wants to create positive change and inspire others to achieve extraordinary results. Robbins explains that leadership is not about position or authority, but rather about the ability to influence others to take action toward shared goals. The author provides strategies for developing vision, communicating effectively, and creating an environment where others feel empowered to contribute their best efforts. Robbins covers the importance of leading by example, maintaining integrity under pressure, and developing others' capabilities rather than just using their efforts. The chapter includes techniques for handling difficult people, managing conflict, and building teams that consistently produce exceptional results. Point 14. The final integration involves developing a personal philosophy and daily practices that support continuous growth and contribution. Robbins emphasizes that unlimited power is not a destination, but rather a way of being that requires ongoing development and refinement. The author provides guidance for creating daily rituals that reinforce empowering beliefs, maintain peak physical condition, and focus attention on what matters most. Robbins explains how to develop the discipline to consistently apply these principles, even when motivation is low or circumstances are challenging. The chapter concludes with strategies for sharing these principles with others and creating a legacy of positive impact that extends far beyond personal achievement. Unlimited Power serves as more than just a self-help book. It provides a comprehensive blueprint for human excellence that has transformed millions of lives across decades. Tony Robbins has created a systematic approach to personal mastery that addresses every crucial aspect of human achievement, from psychology and physiology to relationships and leadership. The principles contained within these pages offer not just temporary motivation, but permanent transformation for those willing to consistently apply the strategies and techniques. This book represents an investment in yourself that will continue paying dividends throughout your entire life, providing tools and insights that become more valuable with each application. Thank you for investing your valuable time in exploring this comprehensive summary of unlimited power. We hope this detailed breakdown has provided you with actionable insights and inspired you to dive deeper into your own journey of personal transformation. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth book summaries that can accelerate your learning and personal development. Share this summary with friends and family who could benefit from these powerful principles. And let us know in the comments which book you would like us to summarize next. Your continued support enables us to bring you high-quality content that makes wisdom accessible and transformation achievable for everyone. Personal development is about becoming the best version of yourself, step by step, page by page. If this summary inspired you, like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom from powerful books that shape success and growth.